is groove better in KZN than Gauteng? Which groove is better, actually? Where's groove better?
My KZN people, I don't mean to do anything, but yo. I feel like housing is best, guys.
With groove, né?
Yeah.
And I feel like KZN people are always festive. They're always down to party. Doesn't matter if it's Monday. They're down to party all the time. So, like, I'm surprised.
But even KZN is better.
It's or maybe fire, né?
Yeah, I think maybe it's because Gauteng is like we're still new, like we're still trying to maneuver. Yeah. Maybe KZN is better than Gauteng. But for now, I feel like Gauteng just
is taking the cake.
It's too much.
What's up, friends and family? Welcome to the Side Sessions podcast with your girl, Sai Jones, of course. So here's what's going on today. I am in Joburg. I have not left, but you will not guess who I have with me right here. These are guys from Pietermaritzburg, KZN, all the way. And when they pulled up on me saying that we are in your town, let's do this, I was like, no, there's no way we're not doing this. We are doing this. We're getting it done. I've got literally what I call the future of house music chilling with me here today. We're going to be talking to them, getting to know them. And as you know, right here on the Side Sessions, we get to know the people that make your music. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me not waste your time. Deep Narratives. Guys, can I just firstly say how much I respect your music? Can I just firstly square that out? And now I don't hide it at all. Like, I don't hide it when I'm a fan. I don't. And I remember the first time that I got introduced to your music was at a party. And the first song I heard by Deep Narratives was UMSINDO. And Black Motion was playing it. And I was just like, hey, what is this song? And imagine the stage is here, like this is the stage, and I'm standing here on the stage. I'm just like, what is this song? I was like, my friend, take a video so that I can find this song. I think it was like, not 2020, was it 2020? I'm not sure. 2020 or just December of 2019, I'm not sure, I don't remember. So I said, hey, take a video, I want to find this song. I couldn't find the song, to only find that it's unreleased. You know how that sucks as a DJ when you look for music and it's unreleased? Yeah. So how are you guys doing though?
We're good. How are you? Awesome. Yeah.
Are you okay? You look tired. And what was happening yesterday? What was happening? You traveled and then what was happening? You just chilled, but Nepalese. Sure. Okay, guys, listen. Let's get to know you, man. Let's get to know you. And you remember I did say you guys are seem young to me, like I said, and then you guys told me your ages. And I don't want to share your ages just in case there's a Harleys out there, looking to know how old you are to see if they can come in. Never mind that yet, it's fine. Listen, we talked before, and you guys told me the story of when you guys exactly met. So when did you guys meet? And I even asked you, are you related? So tell us that story. When did you guys meet? When did you guys decide that you're going to become this duo?
We met in 2016. I met us around July. I knew this guy from when I was young, because whenever I'm driving to Spa or whenever I'm walking to Spa, maybe to buy bread or whatever, I always walk past his house or drive past his house. He was a really cool guy back in the days. He was always driving his mom's car.
Back in the day,
he's no longer cool anymore. But he was just always driving around with his mom. But anyway, so when I wanted to learn how to produce music, because I was just more in the DJing side, then I heard about this guy that he does produce music. And I was like, okay. I went to his house and we spoke. I had Reason at that time, Reason 5. So I told him, bro, like I want to learn this. And he was using Fruity Loops at that time. So he said, he also wants to try it out because we had to attend DJ Capilla's music conference that day. So I didn't go and he did go there. So they were teaching all the other producers about Reason 5 and how to use it and all that. So we started from that day. He taught me a few things about Reason. Then in the midst of it, like I was like, bro, why don't we work together? Because I feel like we can do more. You know how to produce, I know how to play. We can meet each other halfway. We can get something big. You know, because I already started playing at that time. So that's when we started. I had a gig a month later. Then like I spoke to the owner of the place, LOTv Lifestyle. I told him, bro, like I'm in a duo now. I'm no longer playing alone, so I need you to put me with this guy on. It's gonna be our first booking. We just want to see how the crowd reacts because we already had music produced at that time. So yeah, we just went there. We played. It was a mess, honestly, but you know, we managed to maneuver through it.
So from, let's say, the music that you guys produced at that time, how different is it from the music that you guys are making now?
It's very different because at that time, the genre was deep house at that time.
Yeah.
So now we do Afro house. So that's how things changed.
Yeah.
In the time.
And I think it was very difficult. You know, for the first year we started working, people were just not feeling what we were doing. We were not getting to the level that we wanted. So like we even took some time off from booking and stuff, like just focus in studio, try let's just do what we love. Because you know, whenever you're a producer, you do a sound that you like, but at the same time, you do find that you're just doing a sound that everyone likes. Like maybe there's someone doing amapiano now simply because maybe amapiano is trending. You know, so we just decided to take some time off, focus in studio, do what we feel is the sound that we want, and this is it.
I mean, at that time, that was like at the beginning of Gom music.
Yeah, 2016.
That was like at the beginning of Gom music, because I remember the song I think that profiled Gom like that was I forgot, but the one that SINDO worked with, I forgot as well. But I think that was a profiled Gom music, and now in KZN, really, that's the kick ass. That was the sound. So is that what you're talking about? That at the time you guys didn't want to immerse yourself in Gom, you wanted to define yourselves and your sound.
Yeah, because we did take.
Deep tech.
Yeah, so.
You were doing deep tech.
Yeah, then we decided, let's just do what we feel.
Okay.
You know, then we went back in studio, focused, then this is what came out.
Sure, I hear you. So now, the journey for you guys together as a duo, how has it been since you guys started?
It's had its ups and downs.
Of course. I'm thinking, when you think about, okay, I'm gonna start personally, as in for you guys. I mean, what's that one thing that pisses you off from one another? When this guy does this, that gets to me. blind. Like, what is that one thing that you know pisses one or the other? One of the other from one or the other. Like, what does he do that pisses him off, and what does he do that pisses you off?
He takes things lightly. He's always relaxed. I mean, you don't. Okay, it's good to be someone who's just relaxed and takes things easy. But at times you don't have to relax about things. Like you just need to. Now this needs a bit of effort or whatever. But he just sometimes he's always relaxed. Like, hey, it's fine. Like, don't worry. Sort it out. And about this stressing. But it's just that. I feel like that's the only thing. He's always relaxed.
What about you?
That hasn't been anything. It's just that when it comes to no contracts and stuff, the pressure he gives me sometimes when it's no, there's still time to sort things out. It's just that only.
Okay, so wait. The what annoys you guys is the fact that he's too chill and you are giving him too much pressure. Is that?
Because it doesn't work with time.
Yeah.
There may be a time where we have to sort it out now. And that time I'm relaxed. I'm like, no, we'll sort it out. It's just that. Yeah.
I get it 100%. I guess that's why also your dynamic might work. Does that make sense? Sure. So where do you guys see yourself in the next couple of years? Where do you guys see yourselves? Paint me a picture.
We just see ourselves traveling, traveling all over the world, giving people our sound, getting people to feel what we feel when in the studio. That's just where we see ourselves, going all over around the world with our music. Yeah, so on my side, that's just where
that's
I see ourselves.
That's just where you see yourself, yeah.
But
in the next couple of years now.
Breaking boundaries. Yeah, just basically traveling and not letting any crisis that comes those years change the plans we have for our future and stuff.
Those are like, when they ask you what are your goals on pen and paper, those are like goals, the pen and paper type responses.
Yeah.
Those are the pen and paper type responses.
And basically not letting any pressure change the partnership and the friendship that we have and not split it all. So
that's very important, I think. Yeah, that's like fair. Because I know we know Vele, I think Distraction Boys just broke up. Who else just broke up? In fact, the Jazz Disciples of Mapiano, they just also broke up. Yeah, actually. So we'll see. We'll see. Faith, time will tell.
Yeah.
Listen, so with regards to guys residing in the KZN area, do you see yourself transitioning into this side of life, into the Josie side of life? And if you've tried, do you see yourself encountering any problems as to being received in the industry this side? Have you guys actually encountered any hate or problems from anyone with regards to receiving you guys and coming in, breaking in? If you guys received any difficulties thus far, or are you being received smoothly like gelatin?
I think back then we had those problems. We did get to some point where everyone is just not in it.
Was it there in KZN?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like, we would get to maybe let's just say we've got a gig, or maybe we go there and play, then the people are just not feeling what you're doing.
Okay.
So that's just what really happens. But now it hardly ever happens because now the music is out there.
It's out there.
Yeah, people know the sound.
Yeah.
So wherever we go, we're just getting all the warmth within the whole event and the presence as well.
Yeah.
So it happened back then, but now we haven't felt something like that.
And from the Grootman's perspective, are they co-signing you? Are they saying these are the boys to look out for? Or in fact, can I tell you actually something? I heard I heard in KZN that Vele, the when it comes to the music, that Vele, the Afrotainment group, who runs the area, and there's always some conversation about what happens when it comes to being received or not received, because there's like a monopoly of an industry that runs the area. You see. So that's why I'm asking, Moti, if you guys try to pull up and do an event, you guys have never encountered any problems or anything like that now from the industry side of life? Because I know there are problems. People do things, guys. I was once gigging at an event whereby the main guy who usually just does the event in the town was trying to sabotage the event that was happening.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying anyone is trying to sabotage you, but you've never had a situation where you're just like, hey, I feel like they're not letting us in, hey?
Yeah, it happens. But you just need to take it easy, man. Because I personally always feel like if someone is just not
taking us in, then maybe there's something we're not doing right.
Really?
Yeah, I always feel like that. Like,
but true.
Because I don't want to be like the person that, no, man, Black Off is not putting us in, or maybe DJ Dira is hosting a big event. He doesn't want to book us, but we gigging every month or every weekend. I just always tell myself, no, bro, there's just something you're not doing.
You need to work on something. I like that.
Try and rebrand or whatever.
I like that.
Yeah.
Do you and now do you plan on doing a transition from KZN to Joburg, or are you just comfortable where you guys are?
Joburg is the place. Anything in the industry, especially the music place.
So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. Because the music is moving, and I keep saying, I was like to them, guys, we need to do this before you get too famous for me. Before you get too famous, so it's like, no, we need to do this because soon you will see yourself popping, and honestly, I'm sure you guys feel it. Yeah, modest. You pay that, okay? Let's be modest about it, but no, high key though. Like high key, we'll see though. It's like I'm trying to think. It's like Lemon and Herb, for instance. Like the streets didn't. I remember the time when I got interested. The streets wasn't aware. Then there was this song. I think also then now Black Coffee started playing it, and then the music, and then also to the song, like, and then when they play your music, you're like, everybody listens to those voices.
True.
So you guys are there because they playing your music.
Yeah.
They play you. How does that feel?
It was actually one of the best feelings. And it's just funny how we spoke about it. The time when we decided to go back to the studio and focus. Just to focus on the sound, trying to get our own sound. So, like, we even spoke about it in the studio while we were like, probably the next 2 years, maybe we'll be doing Dip in the City. Maybe we'll be traveling with School or Black Coffee, or maybe we'll share the stage one day. And just to see it unfold, the very same way we spoke about it, it was just too much to handle. So it was just too much to handle, and I don't even know how to explain this feeling.
I think I get it. It's an epic feeling,
because it's more like we spoke it into existence.
Sure.
Like it just happened the same way we spoke about it.
Sure.
It was just the best one. The best.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel like the interactions I'm having with you guys as we're talking right now makes me get perspective on who you guys are personally, as well as me as overtaking, what kind of opinions you guys have. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna tell you the truth now, that every time I see someone young, I close my mind. And it's the reason why also I feel like some young people are not heard then in the industry, because people just close their minds as soon as they need to say something, when they've got a voice, So like I know that, for instance, like you guys are speaking like mature gents here. You guys are speaking like mature gents here. No, I'm not gonna lie. There was a time when I think we were partying in Brum, at the time, and I was just like, I'm so worried. Why are you? Hey, like, why are you just too much? I was like, hey, these boys are too much. I'm concerned. These boys are too much. I'm concerned. Like, I'm so concerned. They're too much. They're too much. I was like, but the more time I spent with you guys, I realized that no, you've got like a good head over your shoulders. I mean, I get it a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know I'm a lot. I'm also not old. I'm young and I'm attractive. So some people really don't take me seriously. No, that's a real thing. They don't. But I'm very aggressive with my hustle. You see, like I'm very aggressive. So I respect you guys because you're pushing and you're aggressive about it. And I think that's something that other young cats can look up to on you guys. There's no one who's like literally right now, I think we can say at this age, is pushing the vibe as much as you guys are pushing the vibe. I swear, people can, like young cats are gonna look up to you guys, which is the whole point of why this podcast was started, literally. Yeah, that's just it. Okay. Okay. So I'm the one who's gonna be asked questions now. This is the first. Okay, gents, what do you have for me?
Okay. Are you a DJ or you're a DJ, but at the same time you're also doing those shows?
Yeah. So I am a DJ.
Yes.
I classify myself as an entertainer, but not those entertainers that don't really have they don't know what they're doing. No, I'm a DJ, I'm a presenter, and I'm also an MC and a voiceover artist.
Yeah.
Those are my classifiers, those are my categories, if you want to categorize me.
Yeah.
But I am a DJ. I am a DJ. I've been DJing for the past 8 years. Yeah. And I've been presenting for the past 9. So yeah.
So if any one of those 3, if one had to outnumber the other ones and you had to pick one, which one would you pick?
DJing.
DJ.
No, it's DJing. It's honestly, because I was doing a radio show, and I know I've always loved house music in general, but house music in general. Ever since I was like a baby, like a kid, I got influenced by my father and my brothers. So as soon as I got the opportunity to be on radio, I took it. And then I was like, girl, you don't just want to talk about music. You actually want to play music. Then I did it. I was like, I learned how to DJ. And then I did it. So DJing is because I can also, MC while DJing. That's not like a problem. And I also believe that if things go well, it can pay very well. So yeah. Am I confusing, guys?
No.
You're like, Kanjo, what does this girl do?
Towards parents, how did your parents feel about the DJing thing?
Okay, so
going into this kind of industry.
That's like the key question that touches my heart, because I went to school for a BSc law. I have a BSc law degree, right? So it was in varsity when I decided, but girl, you actually want to be an entertainer. You are a people's person. You're good at entertaining, and it's something that I had suppressed for a long time. Because I was like, I don't want to be poor. Entertainers are poor. So entertainers are poor. So I don't want to be poor. So it was then I started, and then my mom was skeptical, like any other parent. They want you to have sustainable income, of course. So and me here coming, I'm like to my mom, Mama, I'm moving to Joburg because I want to pursue being an entertainer and being a DJ. She was like, hey, what can I do? She was just like, what can I do? You're an adult. But I didn't come to her without a plan. So if I didn't have a plan, she would have never let me move. I had a plan, and she let me move. So she tried to support me as hard as she can, but she does worry till today, man. Sustainable income, like you don't have a salary, my child. You don't have a salary. And I'm uncomfortable with that. So that's just it. But my siblings, surprisingly, they were very supportive, surprisingly. So yeah, do you guys, is the support game on fleek or otherwise on your side?
Yeah, on my side, like things changed. Things changed as soon as my dad started seeing us on TV.
On TV, exactly. Things changed, isn't it? Start seeing you on TV on radio.
Yeah. Like, so they do. This thing's really working. Yeah, it's working. So at first, it wasn't on full support, but I believe they had their own reasons. So things just changed whenever they started seeing us on TV.
Because it's the same. Because when I first talked about becoming in the industry, doing music and stuff, they said no.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do that. Yeah. So I bribed them with talking like, no, these things happen, this thing happened, and stuff. So they started seeing it in my view. So that's how it changed.
Yeah. I understand. Yeah, I understand. Yeah. As soon as Nyanfu, they see you, like you said, on TV or radio.
Yeah, that's when they start like, oh, so this is really working. I thought you were joking. My mom was like, I thought you were joking. Like, why would I joke about all these?
They think our careers are jokes.
I think they just don't believe that you can just blow up within, a year or within 2 years. Or they feel like it's gonna take you 10 years, and that's when you start being, a relevant artist or a relevant person in the industry.
Yeah, so that's just how it always goes.
Yeah.
So how has it been for you? Like you said, you've been in the DJ.
How do you think it's been for you? No, So commercially in Jozi, I've been here for 4 years, and I started DJing when I was still in the Eastern Cape. When I was still in the Eastern Cape that was for, I don't know what the maths is, but yeah, I started in the Eastern Cape while I was still in varsity, and then I moved to Jozi, started doing it commercially. It's had, honestly, it's real highs and it's real lows. Mainly because I'll tell you, I never hide what my struggle is, which is being attractive and young. I was told to my face that you have to work 3 times as hard. You are a female, you are attractive, and you are young. I was told to my face by my boss, by my boss that I was doing residency at. And he was like, people won't take you seriously here. They won't. And you have to work 3 times as hard. So it has been hard for me because really, the fact that the facts haven't worked on my behalf, and I'm sure a lot of females can also say the exact same thing, that you either need to make an exchange to get what you want, and I'm not about exchanges. I'm not. Like, I believe in hard work, you see. So yeah, it's been tricky being a woman in the entertainment industry, guys. It's not a joke. Like, it's not a joke at all. High key. It's not.
Yeah, no, I always felt like, okay, now that I'm hearing from someone who's a female and who's just honest that it's not, that it's tricky.
Yeah, it's tricky.
Like I just thought it's not tricky, you know. I thought like, as a female, come on, bro, you should get a gig. It should be easy to get into any point, you know.
Nah. Like, if you're willing to make an exchange, number one, some people are, some people are, so because there are things called bedroom meetings, whatever they, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have those with you guys. They don't have bedroom meetings with men, you see. So, and the first thing that someone sees when they look at me, they thinking, number one, is she good? Is she good? That's not the first thing that they think when they look at a man. But is he good? They think now, I already am starting from level 0 because I'm a woman and I am attractive. They already think I can't do anything as a DJ. They already think I can't. But at least now it's sort of changing a little bit. Like a little bit, it's sort of changing. Because now, yeah, it's sort of changing a little bit. I feel the change, but we'll see where it goes.
So tell us, like, how far, like, are you willing to push these sessions that you always have?
Very far. I started last year, so it was a trial and error thing. So I started the show last year, trial and error, during lockdown, and then I was like, yo, you need to finally do this. So I did it last year. I'm willing to push it very far. Yeah, very far. Like, I have plans for this show. It's just that you need to start somewhere. Yeah, you need to start somewhere, do something before you can execute the plan.
And, like, who's your inspiration? Like, what was your inspiration with doing this? Who inspired you to do these sessions? Also tell us who inspired you to become a DJ?
Yeah.
Like, what was your favorite sound back then? What changed? Just take us through that.
Who pushed you to do it?
Yo, okay, one, when I started DJing, when I started DJing, I remember we were, Deep House and Soulful House kind of were separated, but they were dominating. I think Soulful House, in fact, you know what? The people that made me love the idea of being a DJ, I thought back to when I was a child, your Glenn Lewis's, your DJ Christos's, Vele, because of the sound that they brought the sound to South Africa. Those are the guys really, yeah. They did, and they pioneered house music, and they did great for us. So at the time, yeah, those were the people that I looked up to. That was the sound. What else did you guys ask me? You asked me 3 questions. Inspirations. Yeah. Those guys, definitely. Okay. Those guys who inspired me to do the show. Honestly speaking, my passion for people and young musicians made me want to do this show because I realized how much I've been struggling to get platforms.
No.
And I was just like, no, we cannot all struggle to get platforms. Let's build platforms and give platforms. Yeah. Let's build platforms and give platforms. Because if I want to get on a Metro FM, you can't tell me stories. I need to have my song played on Metro FM when I know you're a radio station that plays music. And the first thing you're going to tell me is I need to be famous for you to play my music. When you are a radio station, doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense to me. And you can't tell me also when you are like the majors, and you can't tell me that if I need to pay X amount of money for you to play my music or for you to for me to push my music on the radio station. Doesn't make sense to me. So I was like, hey, young cats don't have this money. So let's try our best to use online. Build our own platforms and create platforms and give platforms.
Your first gig, how was it?
I'm trying to remember.
First ever gig, how was it?
My first gig was in Grahamstown. I was in Grahamstown at the time. I remember I took a year learning how to DJ. Hey, like I wasn't sure if I'm ready for the streets. I took a year. The guy that was teaching me at the time, I had two mentors, DJ RS and DJ Yang. So DJ Yang was the guy who gave me my first gig. I think it was during National Arts Festival at a club. It was empty, man. So he was doing like an opening set type of vibe. And then he was like, Jones, I'm going to the loo. This music better not stop playing. And then he went and didn't come back. He went and I played his whole set, his entire set. I played his whole set. Then he pulled up on me back. He's like, oh, I see the music didn't stop playing. And then he was like, I can trust you now. I was like, yes, you always can trust me because I always had sent him some stuff, and he was always like, but you need to play a gig. So I think he trapped me intentionally. Yeah. That was my first gig. But if you ask me about my first like gig, yo, I think it was a Red Bull gig. I think it was a Red Bull gig, and the crowd was predominantly white people, and I really enjoyed that.
The DJ competition?
No, it wasn't the DJ competition. I think it was a year before the DJ competition.
So was it the private event?
It was a private event.
At the house?
At the house.
What was his name from PDC?
Who? I don't remember who organized it.
The guy with the glasses, the Red Bull.
Yes, definitely. There was, predominantly white people enjoyed it because I got to play like some good ass like deep house at the time. So I really, really enjoyed it a lot. So yeah. You are Kelly.
Okay, now this is the last one. Like, I just want to know how you got to the stage name. Your stage name.
Cy Jones.
Yes, just take us to like, what does it mean, or is that your name, or you?
Yeah. So my name is Inenekazi, and I used to go by Miss Jones. Then when I moved to Josie, I realized that there's like tons of Miss Joneses. So I kept the last name so people don't, get confused about the name I've already pushed for myself, and decided to just use my first name and choose a first name and decide Jones. And yeah.
Why were you Miss Jones?
Oh, my friends, this is another story. My friends in high school watched a film, and they decided that this character called Jones reminded them of me. So one weekend after a weekend on Monday, we meet up after school, and they start calling me Jones. Now we're gonna call you Jones because we watched a movie that a character reminded us, and her name was Jones. Or his name was Jones, I don't even remember. So they started calling me Jones from there, and I decided to take it with me when I became an entertainer.
I think that will be all from my side.
That'll be all from their side. Yeah. Thank you guys for asking me a bunch of questions. I really appreciate it though, I really do. So, to someone who isn't acquainted with the sound of deep narratives, what would you say is the sound of deep narratives? Is it a tricky one?
That's very tricky. Yeah. It's very tricky because we mix a lot of genres in our sound. Mm-hmm. So in terms of genre too, we wouldn't know what to call it, but it's under Afro House.
Yeah, I get you.
It's under Afro House, so it's very tricky to like maneuver the answer.
Yeah, but we just mix a whole lot of sounds just to get
your own sound.
Yeah, so it's a mixture of different genres just to
get to the deep narrative sound. Yeah. What's the production process? Do you guys have like a process that you go through before you decide, well, I'm cooking now? I'm cooking now. Do you guys do something like to get yourself into the vibe, into the setting? Yeah.
No, not really. If there's an idea, we get into the vibe, we work.
Okay.
If there's an idea, we get into the vibe, we work.
Hey, you see, that is how people like working speak. People want lazy. They speak like that. Yeah, people want lazy. They speak like that. You just go. Say one day you're sleeping, you go, okay, it's happening.
Yeah.
I'm working now. It's happening. So, and then now let me just refine the question. Just go towards to someone now. When you guys make the music, what is the feeling that you would like your listeners to have when they listen to your music? What is that defining feeling that you're like, when I make this music, this is how I want my listener to feel?
Well, when we're in studio, we remove everything, and then the music we make, we wish people to see themselves like at a club,
I feel you though. It's
at a club because that's the vibe we bring when we play. So when we in studio, we create something that can accommodate our sets at a club, because mostly we play like 80% to 90% our own music. So that's the vibe we usually in when we're working in the studio.
Just imagine yourself in a club, or could be anywhere, just dancing and minding your own business. So that's just how it always goes.
I see. Okay, this is what happens to me when I listen to your music. The club vibe, I understood that. Do you understand those European clubs that are in a basement, like a small space, and it's hot, but you're having the time of your life because the music is good, and you're like on top. Yes, sis, I'm zoning out right now because this is how this music is set up, like a tiny club, like this. It's packed. It's packed, and the music is great. It's great. That's where I feel like your music takes me. That's where I feel like your music really, really, really takes me. So I know, I'm not sure. In terms of a body of work, what have you guys released as a body of work? Because I know you have like a bunch of EPs. I'm like crazy. Do you know what like a body of work? Like, what EPs do you guys have? How many EPs do you guys have?
We just dropped one.
You dropped one, the sequence one, and then you dropped the PMB 2.
PMB Miss Joburg. We've got Main Road EP. That's like back then when we
back then. And not like no album yet.
No album yet.
Okay, should we pressure you into one?
I'm not sure if
No, we shouldn't. We're not pressuring you. No, we're not pressuring you. We're not. No, I'm just kidding.
I think we have a certain goal we want to reach before we get to a point of working on an album or something.
Yeah. I understand. I understand that very, very. I understand completely. Yeah. I think that's the answer I wanted to. Yeah. I wanted. This is what I needed to hear, actually. Yeah. Okay, cool. So I want to go into wrapping things up slowly, not quickly. So you've told me, Vele, where you guys see yourself in the next couple of years, and I feel like I see the vision. What is a recurring fear about where you guys see yourself? Let's say about where you guys see yourselves and you popping. Do you have a fear of popping, Vele? Or do you have a fear of aligned with your goals? And what is it?
Personally, I think I don't really have a fear of us popping.
Sure.
I just have the fear of losing the people.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like that's the biggest thing. Because if you're losing your markets, then you're of no value.
And how do you lose your market?
I don't know, like maybe your music is not.
It's not the same,
the same
as it used to be.
Yeah, there could be various reasons, but that's my fear, like losing the target market, like losing the people. You know, so personally, that's the only fear I have. But about anything else, nah.
Like what if like at a certain point when that happens, we change our sounds. Maybe let's say we change our sound, and then what if people don't feel what we're trying to give that time?
Yeah,
just part of losing the market.
Yeah, I guess losing the market is a valid fear, because even if, honestly speaking, you don't change your sound, South Africa is so dynamic with the music with the house music that we've got, and is what I always say, that our market is so small, and yet we've got so much music and so many genres that it's kind of difficult to pinpoint to have a full market for yourself.
Yeah.
And even if it's the same genre, like you can still lose your market, and that's scary, yeah.
It's very scary.
That's very scary. Sure. Yeah. So what would you now tell? What would you now tell someone who's now following in your footsteps? Like, and what advice would you give them? Someone following in your footsteps, someone who's, let me say, on a level lower than you guys and is looking up to you guys.
I think they should just believe in themselves. Believe in yourself. Just know that you're great. Believe in yourself. Do the sound that you feel. Don't do something simply because you're trying to. I don't know, but don't do the sound, a different sound from what you feel. Just be yourself and get there. Do the sound that's always in your mind, in your heart. Then you're good to go.
Sure.
Just stick to your sound. You're the only person that can define your own career and stuff. So just stick to your sound. Even though there's one person that will love it, at least that one person does love it. So just stick to you, stick to your sound and focus.
Okay. I like that. I really like that. Actually, I do like that. I think it's because we had a chat about not sticking to your sound before we even started shooting. Yeah, before we even started shooting. Okay, gents. No, we're not done. We're not done, Bella. We're not done also. So now, let me get this out of my mind first. We catch you on social media at what's your social medias real quickly? What's your social medias for me?
Facebook, it's Deep Narratives. Instagram, it's like Deep_Narratives. Twitter as well, like Deep_Narratives. Okay,
so cool. You know where to catch them, right? We're actually gonna drop a thing there that squares out where exactly you can find them. Yeah. Okay, cool. Is Groove better in KZN than Gauteng? Which group is better, actually? Where's Groove better?
My KZN people, I don't mean to do it, but yo. I feel like Gauteng is best, guys.
With Groove, ne?
Yeah.
And I feel like KZN people are always festive. They're always down to party. Doesn't matter if it's Monday. They're down to party all the time. So, like, I'm surprised.
But even KZN is better.
It's or maybe fire, ne?
Yeah, I think maybe it's because Gauteng is like we're still new, like we're still trying to maneuver. Yeah. Maybe KZN is better than Gauteng. But for now, I feel like Gauteng just
is taking the cake.
It's too much.
Okay, gents. Thank you so much for doing this. Is there anything else that you would like to say that we might have not covered that you want to say to your supporters or anyone else who's going to be your new supporter? Is there anything else that you want to share or say?
I personally, what I wanted to share is we're dropping UMSINDO.
Beep. No, I've been waiting.
We're dropping UMSINDO probably this month. Month end, if not early Feb. We've got a music video as well.
I think we've got the music video next.
Yes.
I did see the visuals, I think.
Yeah, we've got the music video as well. 2021, expect more music.
Sure.
More collaborations with vocalists. I mean, we just in order for us to see if we can do an album, I feel like we need more vocals because we don't have that much of vocals in our songs. So we're trying to get to that point. So just expect more music from us. Like we dropping. There's no holding back.
Yeah, it's basically new music, guys. Thanks for the love and appreciation. It's just more music.
Yeah, okay, wait, I just thought about this now. Just before we quickly wrap up, do you guys have anyone that has mentored you in your career?
Yes. Yeah. We've got DJ Melon. Yes, like he's the man behind a lot of things that we do.
Okay.
All of the song as well. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just those two guys.
Okay, awesome. I've always honestly wanted to ask. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was Deep Narratives, Leslyn and Vertic, right here on Sci Stations Podcast. You know what's up? We are dropping episodes every month, so you best make sure that you subscribe and also turn on that notification bell thingy because we're going fire this year. Like, don't say I didn't tell you. The next time you see these guys. Don't say I didn't tell you, like, very. So, yeah, we'll be back again, like I said, next episode. As for now,